Slop. Slop. Mm. 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 What's I gotta do? Poop. Mom, I poop my pants. Mom. Mom, I poop my pants. Poop the pants. You poop the pants. Larry, poop the pants. You poop the pants. He pooped his pants. Who pooped the pants? Who pooped the pants? Who pooped the pants? Who pooped the pants? Hey, we got action. Hello, people. Welcome back to the Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time playthrough, game and chill. We are free from the tyranny. From the tyranny. The tyranny of the water temple. Now it's back to just enjoying life, having fun, getting bitches, getting high. Oh yeah. Look at me. Right. I don't know if I want to go right to the next dungeon. I'm thinking about like having some fun first, you know, having some good old clean fun. You know, I got some bottles. I could go back home actually and get some milk, or I could just go right here. It is cool that I got a cow at the crib, but La Line Ranch is conveniently placed in the middle of the map. So let's go. PlayStation, welcome to the stream. The adventure continues, and will never end. Oh, look at that. What the fuck was that? Have you ever played the Nocturne of Shadow that Sheik taught you? Are they trying to tell me that I have to do the Shadow Temple now? Like, last time, that's kind of what that meant when Navi wouldn't leave me alone. But I'm going to still go back to the desert. I'm going to be hard-headed. I'm going to be hard-headed and go back to the desert, man. Who's getting drafted? Anyone stupid enough to show up to the draft office? That's who's getting drafted. I still smell that yogurt I was eating earlier. I like yogurt, but I don't like the smell of it. We were talking about the war last night on the podcast, and I showed the people the statistics of like draft dodgers during Vietnam, and I think it was something like out of all the draft dodgers during Vietnam, only like 4% of them were actually caught, and like even less were convicted and sent to jail. It's like 1.5%, and it's kind of funny when you look back on it, because it's like in the end the draft really just ended up being like a idiot test, like who's stupid enough to show up. Because if you would have said fuck it and didn't show up, you basically just saved your own life with no consequence. I mean, depending on how the extreme you had to go to too, though. I mean, let's not forget, some people like they literally went to Canada and Mexico and stuff like that. So it's not like they just stayed home. Well, some of them probably did, though, to be honest, depending on how aggressive they were with tracking, you know, draft dodgers. I don't know about that. But it could have been that aggressive if so few actually got caught. But of course, like I said too, we live in a different time with different technology. You know, tracking people is a lot easier and whatnot. So we don't really know. And then you got things like ice and whatnot that kind of complicates things. But I don't know. I'm not worried about it because I know where I would go if I got if I got a notice. I got the perfect escape plan. No one would ever know. So I say don't show up. Just just don't fall for the idiot test basically. Who's stupid enough to show up? Let me find out. We going to the desert, man. Oh no, never mind. I want to go to I'm going to do something. Nah. Let's go ahead. I was gonna do something else, but nah. Hold on. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna go to Lake Hylia and go fishing. I'm gonna do something boring. I just started playing. Like I don't want a high stress right now, bro. I want to chill. Just started playing. I just got done eating my food for today. I want to relax. Bobby, welcome back. Who posted the bombing videos? It's on the Discord. My lord. My comments were skipped last night. You got plenty of your comments read last night. You're just greedy, Bobby. I told you guys, you got to appreciate watching a streamer that will talk to you without you having a super chat. I watch some streams and the chat is just so fast. The guy running the stream, like, he just realistically just couldn't even give most people any real attention. That's kind of why you got to have super chats, though. Really, I think like super chats is really good for like bigger channels, because then people who really got something to say, they can put some money up, put your money where your mouth is, basically. It's been a long time. How many years has it been? 7 years? What have you been doing all this time? That's a good point. You're my only customer. Oh no. Oh. Wait, was he going bald? Like, did he have like a full head of hair and then he got a hat on? I never caught that. I'm his only customer? That's crazy. That's kind of sad. Like, I don't know. Like, that's kind of sad, bro. Hold up. I skipped something. Hold up. Do you want to know some fishing secrets? I can't tell you any. They are company secrets, seriously. Apparently you can catch bigger fish as an adult. Oh, I hate the smell of yogurt. Oh my god. Oh. It's some big ass fish in here too. But how you oh shit. Well, it's about 5 pounds. Oh no. I think the biggest one I caught was 7 pounds. What are the secrets to fishing in this game? That's a big one. Go for it. Go for it, you fat bitch. Damn. Okay. Okay. That was a big fish too. Son of a bitch. That's a big fish right there. I'm trying to get him. Nah, get away from me. You about to waste my time. I want that fat bitch. I want that BBW. Fat girls need love too. Go for it. Go for it! Son of a bitch. Wait, what did I do? I turned around. Okay. Well, this is the life. Bro, get the fish. I mean, get the hook. Kill yourself. Oh, shit. He wanted it. Oh, my bad. Uh-oh. That's a big bastard right there. Look at him. I got to get that one. Come on. Damn. This playing hard to get, man. That's a big son of a bitch right there. It's crazy because, like, sometimes they really want it, too. Just like fat girls. Come on. Go for it. Go for it. You know you want it. Go for it. Go. What the hell was that? Is he eating people? Is he eating the other fish? Oh shit, what is that? I thought I saw a redfish. Oh my god, like I've completely lost my touch. Like they don't even want to touch. They don't want to touch my bait. I want a thick bitch. Get off my line. Well, you know what? Maybe it's like, I don't know. Maybe it's like, you know, if you're too picky, the game might punish you. So I would just catch whatever grabs onto the bait, you know? It's kind of like with bitches, you know, you get the girls that like you. Come here. That ain't too bad, though. It's probably like 6 pounds, right? Ha! My analysis was spot on. Oh, boy. Oh, shit. That was a big ass fish over there too that one time. I wonder what the record is though to come here. Like 5 pounds, 4 or 5. Yep. Maybe I should keep it. Okay, let me move. Let me switch positions. Rock the boat, change position. Stroke it for me, stroke it for me. Rock the boat, rock the boat. Come on. Yeah. Yo! You're mine, son of a bitch. My dad took me fishing one time. I don't remember much about it, but I do remember we went fishing one time. Every now and then, my dad would try to do like, father son bonding. It wasn't very effective. Like throwing a football and shit. My dad so bootleg. Whoa, that's a super BBW. A real lunker. A real lunker. Oh man, dude, that's funny. A real lunker. Ah, that's what you dealing with, a real fat bitch right there, boy. Oh my god. Check this out. Whoa, this fish is huge. It looks like a new record. It weighs at least 13 pounds. Seriously. Okay, here's your prize. You got the golden scale. Jump into the water and press A. Now you can dive much deeper than you could before. Damn. Well, I'm satisfied. How about you guys? Marco wants that Majora's Mask dress. I'm looking forward to it. You can't take the ride out of this. Oh, okay. My bad, bro. Well, I am looking forward to playing Majora's Mask, you know. It does have it has quite a big fan base, and I think that over the years, kind of learning more about the appeal of it, you know, the whole Groundhog Day gameplay mechanics. Like I can see the appeal of that. So I'm looking forward to it, but you know, if I don't like it, I don't like it. Like I just feel like when I played it as a kid, I just didn't give it a fair shot. Isn't it like if you dive in here, you get a prize or something from this old man? Let me see. Yeah. Okay. You may not have noticed, but I've been watching you. You touched the bottom just now. Fantastic. You touched the bottom. Woo! I give this to you. Hey! But is that the only purpose or benefit of getting getting that gold scale? Or is there something else to it? I'm a little worried about that. What are Zelda games about? I'm guessing it's about fighting the dark forces. You got to get the Triforce to rid the world of evil or something. Pretty much. I mean, the stories get more complex as the games go along through the years, but the very basic story is that you have the evil pig demon thing, Ganondorf, trying to take over Hyrule. In order to do that, he has to obtain the Triforce. And then Zelda has something to do with it. She's the princess. And Link is the hero. So, like, the way I always looked at it, Zelda, like, every Zelda game is like a retelling of the first game, basically. You can almost look at it like a very simple fairy tale where you have like a evil demon lord that takes over the land, kidnaps the princess, and you have a hero that saves the day. And every game is pretty much a remix of that story. That's how I look at it. Now, of course, you know, every game adds things to that story. Maybe sometimes it's a new land. You know, Link might have a different outfit, new characters, you know, plot twists, things like that. But that's the very simple. That's the simplest way of explaining the story. It's almost like a fairy tale type story that just keeps getting retold over and over and over again. Majora's Mask is actually different though because it's a direct sequel to this game, and I don't think Ganondorf has anything to do with it. Because Majora's Mask takes place after this, so Ganondorf is technically defeated in that timeline. So Majora's Mask has a different main enemy. in a different crisis, which I think is the moon falling, the moon falling and destroying the land and preventing that catastrophe. And some skull kid finds a mask. You know, that's what that's all I remember about this shit. But yeah, it's very simple. It's, you know, Zelda is never about the story. That's the thing about it, though. It's more so about the gameplay and the adventure. The story is, you know, it's, don't get me wrong, it's cool, but I don't see people really like being like, oh, the story was so great. You know, people have fun talking about, you know, trying to make sense of the timelines and maybe like specific characters and moments and things like that, but I think because the story at its essence is so simple, you know, it doesn't really leave a lot of room for like debate and things like that. But to be fair, I've been out of the Zelda loop for years. You know, I kind of stopped at Twilight Princess, so there's been like what 3 or 4 major Zelda games since then. So maybe they changed the format a bit. I changed up the format. Welcome to my crib. Leave your shoes at the door, Matt. What am I doing? I guess it's time to go to the desert. So if you get the gold scale, all you do with it is dive in, is dive in that one place and then get the heart. That's kind of weird. The heart piece. Anyway, let's go. Let's go hang out with the desert Futa chicks. The desert Futanari chicks. Oh no, I don't want to do that. But na na na. Gerudo Valley. So last time I was here, I couldn't make progress because I didn't have the long shot, which is the upgraded version of the hook shot. Now I'm not sure if I'm supposed to do the Shadow Temple first, because that's the direction that Navi is nudging me in. But I'm gonna just go ahead and see, because I seem to be able to make progress in the desert. So we'll go ahead and go. Hellbreaker, Commander Thoth, you guys. I'm doing my laundry, smoking weed with the boys. I just did my laundry, literally. Haha, that's funny. I literally just did my laundry. I woke up, did my laundry, ate some food, and now I'm here. Did you guys see that video I posted in the Discord of that black dude that he got pulled over by the police? But he had cocaine on him, so he swallowed the cocaine, but he swallowed like 10 times the lethal dose, so he was like panicking and dying. I mean, I hate to say that it's a funny video, but it's definitely a fascinating video, to say the least. And you know, that was a like you see him in the video and he's progressively getting worse. Like at first he's cool, but you can tell when the drugs start kicking in and overwhelming him. And then out of nowhere, he's like, call the ambulance, call the ambulance, call the ambulance. And but then he tried to be cool about it. And then he say, oh nah, I'm playing, y'all. I'm playing. All those reckless enough to venture into the desert, please drop by the shop. But then it's like, okay, so he said, I'm playing, y'all, I'm playing. And then he started acting kind of normal again. But then it started kicking in again. So he like, call the ambulance, call the ambulance. But again, he tried to play it off, but he say, psych, I'm playing, y'all. But eventually it got too much for him and he started like really panicking. Call the ambulance. How do I get over here? Ah! Well, that didn't go well. Do I need the floaty boots for that? Call the ambulance. And you know, you watching the video, and it's some funny moments in it because he's screaming for them to call the ambulance, and then like some girl come by and she's watching it, and then he's like, "Come help me, come help me, come help me, bitch." Come help. I'm like, damn, what did she do? She can't do nothing for you, dog. He was like, "Come help me, bitch. Call my mama, call my mama." Damn. I can't reach that. But you know what I hate about that video, though? It's the perfect example of the entitlement of black people that I hate. Because there's a point when you're watching him that you can tell, like he says something like I swallowed cocaine and they won't call the ambulance. Like he said it like, oh, I can't believe you guys are not immediately calling the ambulance after I've explicitly said that I'm playing with y'all, I'm joking on y'all. And I'm like, you know what? Again, and then it's like to see like people in the comments acting like the police didn't do their job and shit. And then the family of the guy, you know, they tried to sue the police station and all that. And I'm just like, bro, how can you watch that and not see that everything was his fault? But I just feel like it's like the entitlement. I mean the epitome of like that black entitlement, bro. I'm gonna do everything wrong. I'm on probation for a gun charge, but I'm gonna sell coke. I got tinted windows above the legal limit. I get pulled over. I'm acting erratically. I swallow the drugs. I'm panicking over the drugs, but I'm lying and saying that I'm not. Nothing's wrong with me. Right? I'm doing everything wrong. Right? But when I finally realized, oh, I'm really about to die, it's everybody else's fault. It's everybody else's fault. I can't stand that shit. I really can't. Come on now, you can reach that. You destroyed a gold sculpture. You got a token proving you destroyed. How many are there? I think they're like 60 or something like that. What's up, Navi? Have you ever see? So she's talking about the Nocturnal Shadow, which got me thinking that I might have to do the Shadow Temple first. But again, we out here. We out here. We're gonna do it big. Call the ambulance. But the ambulance did finally come. But basically, it was too late because a cocaine overdose is different from like a heroin overdose. You know, with heroin overdose, there's like, I think they have like Narcan shots. Like they have procedures to deal with, you know, opioid overdose. But a cocaine overdose is different. It's basically like once you go over the limit, all they can do is try to like, you know, deal with your symptoms and comfort you the best they can. But it's like whatever, how much you put into your body, it pretty much just has to run its course. And I think the lethal amount is 2 grams, and he swallowed like 18 or something like that. So he was fucked anyway. And I think he had died by the time he made it to the hospital. Like I think he was pronounced dead at the hospital. But that video is a fascinating watch. One with the eye of truth shall be guided to the spirit temple by an inviting ghost. Oh, I thought he wanted to battle. Hey, hey. That's cool. I like how he's like turning around, making sure you're still, you know, you're still behind him and you're hydrated. He cares about you. Damn, help me out. Oh shit. Oh fuck no. Where'd he go? Wait up. But see, he a troll too, because you see him like, he'll stop and then change direction and run to spin around. Look at him. He ain't got to do all that shit. This pole doesn't disappear even if you stare at it. It doesn't spook easily, does it? Where'd he go? Nah, but it was like, watching that video, it was one part that was kind of sad though, cause he was like, he was telling the people to call his mama, and they were like, "What's the number? What's the number?" And he tried to give them number. He was like, 451-77. I can't remember. And it was again just like that genuine dread in his voice. Desert Colossus. Y'all gotta leave me the fuck alone, bro. Leave me alone! Ah! Am I gonna die if I stay in this quicksand? Whoa, whoa. I don't think these guys are gonna stop coming though. I need floaty boots. I think this is where you get the floaty boots though, because of the sand. Ah, so it's like as long as you're on a rock, you're safe. It's like Tremors, basically. You beat the water temple. Hell yeah. I did it, man. It took like 6 hours though. I mean, you know, generally speaking, the water temple was mainly just tedious, but there were two choke points that really messed me up. It was when you had to raise the water level, and in the middle pillar, I might not have to be here either, bro. Because normally when you get to a new temple, Sheik would give you a song that would teleport you to the temple. So I don't think I'm supposed to be here, but I'm gonna be here. But yeah, there were like two choke points, and it was the part where you raise the water level in the middle pillar, and it raises the block, and there's a hole under the block. I didn't catch that the first time, and that time block behind the chest, that got me too. That one was really unfair, but whoa, hey now. Call the fucking ambulance. Sorry, I'm playing, y'all. I'm good. If you want to travel to the future, you should return here with the power of silver from the past. Oh yeah, I don't have it. Yep. Damn. So I gotta do I have to do the Shadow Temple first. So I think I get the silver gauntlets from the Shadow Temple. So yeah, I can't do it. I can't do it, y'all. I tried to pull up. Can't do it. But the good thing is we already got this, so we can go straight there. So it's left, right, A, left, right, down. Left, right, A, left, right, down. Left, right, A, left, right, down. Hey, I got it. Oh man, one time I took a long train ride with my dad to another state. He would roast all the fat passengers. That was a true bonding experience. You know, I think my favorite memory with my dad was one night he had came into the room. It was like, it was all of my siblings. It was me, my half brother, my sister, I think my stepsister too. And like he turned the lights out and the TV off, and he started telling like these weird ghost stories. And I remember he told me this one story where he was like, Like he had woke up one morning and he heard something like tapping against he heard something like just like a tapping sound. And he said he got up and he went outside and he saw like a little girl with a dress on and long hair and big boots or something like that. And he saw her like playing with a wire and like tapping it against the like a house or something. And he said at first he thought it was his stepdaughter, my stepsister, until he got a better look at her. And then he said that when she turned around, she had the face of a skull, like a skeleton face. Now he did a much better job of telling that story, to be fair. But I always remember that, like that. It was so weird, like so random. Like we were all in the room, like having fun, playing video games and shit. He come in there, turn out the lights, turn the TV off, and just started telling ghost stories. My dad had his moments. I will say that he had his moments, but he was an asshole. The shadow would yield only to one with the eye of truth handed down in the Kakariko village. Dude, we're in the Shadow Temple. Awesome. I know I've been putting it off a little bit, wanting to go to more so wanting to go to the Desert Temple, but I'm glad to be here. This is awful. This is horrific. It's good to be here, man. One who gains the eye of truth would be able to see what is hidden in the darkness. I know, man. That's the whole point. Why does this one have a light in his eyes? Here is the gathered Hyrule's bloody history of greed and hatred. Uh-oh. I'm gonna definitely need a map here. What is hidden? Tricks full of ill will. You can't see the way forward. I get it. I need the eye of truth. I got it. What you want me to do? Yeah, they need to stop. They talk too much. Like, leave me alone. I'm probably gonna find a lot of magic in here. Nani? Ah! Ah! That was horrible. I ain't scared of you, bitch. Look at me. Face me. Whoa, whoa. Oh! Oh, you're not even that strong. You a bitch. Wait, am I poisoned or something? Whoa. It's like he gets real bold when you get grabbed. Ha 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 ha. I'm the champion. That's the map for sure. Yeah, die slow, bitch. What we got in here? This reminds me of Free Run. I got the hover boots! Whoa! Be brave and trust in the boots. I got the hover boots. The problem with the hover boots is that they're all slippery and shit though, so you can't really just wear them all the time without some discomfort. That's kind of the problem, you know. Majora's Mask is more of a spiritual journey. Skyward Sword for me. I want to play Breath of the Wild. That one looks appealing to me. That's one of the newer ones I want to play. And every time the place talks to you, it takes you, like, it turns off your eye of truth, which is another problem. Look at that. Look at this guy. Well, I'm not gonna walk around with these boots on, slipping and sliding all over the place. Whoa! You son of a bitch! Put that hook in his butt. Hey, now this is the map. I can't believe I got the hover boots first. Right off the rip. Oh, I can go to the desert guy now. Would it be tacky to leave the dungeon and go visit the dude in the desert on the carpet? Let's look at the map for a change, you know? Wait, is there not a... This place is big, damn. Oh, man. Only one who has sacred feet can cross the valley of the dead. Sacred feet. I wouldn't say it like that, but damn. Make my beak face the skull of truth. The alternative is descent into the deep darkness. Okay. There you go. Oh, nice. So this is our first time using the hover boots. Oh my God. Yo, it don't even last that long. That's terrible. I need at least one more second to feel safe. That's kind of bad. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Man, this nigga hooked on that Futsunari stuff. Yeah, it's pretty good. It's good to have a fetish or two. Yeah, let me not get hit with the lasers. Let's not get hooked. Let's not get laser beam. I saw this video that was supposedly like, you know, during like the war in Israel and Iran. Iran got like some missile defense technology. Like it's like a missile. Like you know how they normally use missiles to intercept missiles. It's supposed to be like a laser that is intercepting the missile. Now when I look at the video, it don't really look like a laser to me, but that's what they're calling it. But it did look like some new shit though. I was like, I've never seen anything like this. Whoa, Grim Reapers. Huh. What the hell was that? Oh no. What was that? Why did my... Oh no. Oh no. My controller just you son of a bitch. That sucks because I'm probably gonna have to like turn it off and then turn it back on. Hold up. Let me see here. Controls. Give me a second. How would I do this? So it'd be like space. Okay, and then C, and then X. There we go. Okay. Because I don't think there's a way. Yeah, I better not risk it. Yeah, it's this weird thing where like if my controller disconnects, it won't reconnect with the game until I reset the game. So I gotta reset it. But I ain't tripping on it. Okay. The game usually starts you like right back in the dungeon once you load it back up, so oh boy, kinda forgot. Can I use the floaty boots here? Yo! Those boots suck. Those boots, it kind of suck because it takes you like roughly the same distance as like a jump. Maybe a little bit further. You need like one more second on that thing, bro. You need at least like one more second on that. Hey, bro, Fuda is goated. See, he knows. Wait a minute. Did I already did it. Yeah, I already did that. Okay. Whoa! All right, we're headed back into the mouth of madness. I I definitely took that bomb out a little bit too early. Yeah, Israel got damn laser beams now. It didn't look like a laser, but it did look cool. I ain't gonna lie. But I hope the war ends as quickly as possible. You know, the more drawn out it is, the more people they're gonna die. We've already had a handful of American soldiers killed. They literally died for Israel. I hope and pray in my lifetime I do not die for Israel, my Lord. That is oh my God. What a terrible way to die. Oh man. Really, I would hate to die in like any like unnecessary any sort of unnecessary war started by like wicked politicians and bankers. It's bad in general. Ooh, that was a nice dodge. Ooh. There we go. This is probably a key. Hey, got the first key. That cocaine OD video was funny as fuck. Some niggas just like to go out in stupid ways. Can't feel sorry for them. Yeah, I feel more sorry for like the family. You know, I feel sorry for the family, especially having to watch that video. You know, that's your son or your brother or your father. I think he had kids too, or a child. So of course for them it's very tragic. But like I said, man, just like you can only make so many bad decisions in life before it catches up to you. And he made like a string of bad decisions. Like to me, the worst thing about it was that even as he was realizing that his body was starting to basically go into death mode, like a death spiral, he was still trying to deny to the cops that he had did anything. But he was struggling. So it's like when the panic would overtake him, he would say, "Oh, something's wrong. I swallowed cocaine." This wall is saying something. It says, "If you want to see a ferry to the other world, come here." Okay. So you know something is wrong, but then you keep playing with the cops by telling them that nothing is wrong. Like he started to panic, and then he would say, "No, I'm playing, y'all." I was reading the comments, and people were speculating that what was happening was that he would start to panic when he didn't feel right, like when the intensity of the like whatever effect the overdose was having on his body, when the intensity of it got too bad, he would panic and say he needed help. But then because it's drugs, you know, it's cocaine, he would be hit by waves of euphoria too. So when it felt good, he felt like he could handle it. But it would only last temporarily. Whoa, shit! That looked like sexual assault. I like how this is just like a reskin of the Re-Dead. Now this is probably the compass here. Somebody in the comment section, they said that they had a family member that died a similar way too. The comment said that, I forgot whether it was a cousin or whatever, but the story was basically that they got pulled over by the cops that had cocaine on them, and so they swallowed it, and they got out of the traffic stop. They were able to go home. They went home and went in their room, and then that's the last anybody had heard of them. The parents, like the mother and father, they knew something was wrong when they knocked on the door. Nobody was answering, and the door was locked, so they couldn't get in either. So when they finally got in there, he was already dead. But cocaine overdose is really serious because there isn't really any way to reverse the effects. Like once it's in your body, you can't get it out of your system. It just has to run its course pretty much. I guess I gotta go back. That man's heart had to be beating 1,000 beats per minute, man. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Damn. That's a lot of cocaine. That's a lot of fucking cocaine. 18 grams, nigga, shit. That's a lot of cocaine, boy. Cocaine's a hell of a drug. One thing I did like about the video though was like you saw how people were like some of the black people in the neighborhood were trying to like look after him just to make sure like there wasn't any sort of like police wrongdoing or brutality. Like I like how black people kind of come together in those moments, knowing, you know, what happens to us sometimes. Even a lot of times it's the person's fault for doing dumb shit. There was one part in the video when they pulled him over. And then they asked him to get out of the car, and the first thing he does is reach in the back seat. And they're like, hey, what are you doing? It's like, come on, bruh. You trying to get shot. He said, get out of the car. And the first thing he did was reach in the back seat. Oh my God, bro. I spent the whole day trying not to laugh at that shit, bro. But it really is like it's fucked up, but it's like it's fucked up, but it's like it's funny in some ways, bro. Okay. Okay, what are we doing? Oh man. See, I'm trying to be more mature and not laugh at stupid shit, bro, but I think all right. Ooh, I think I got it out of my system. Okay, good. Oh man. Ooh, okay, I'm good. This this dungeon is kind of confusing, man. Like, this just takes me back. The only skull that okay, this is the only skull that okay, and that did that. I don't know where the hell I'm supposed to go. I feel like I've been everywhere at this point. I feel like I done been everywhere. Like I don't even whew. It's probably just something that I missed with the Eye of Truth or but I'm not sure. It's gotta be like what if I do have to drop down in that hole? What if that's the solution? I just gotta go in that hole. Even though he told, I'm gonna just hop in there, bro. I mean, it's not like falling to your death is like some big consequence in this game or anything like that. So, damn. Yeah. Let's do it. Woo! Man, he lied. It wasn't that bad. He act like it was gonna be the end of the world. My God, man. It wasn't even that bad, bruh. Come on now. Hey, Chemo, welcome to the stream. What's going on, man? Have you tried fixing your controller? No, there's nothing wrong with the controller. I think it's just how the game is. You know, normally if my controller disconnects while I'm playing another game, I can just turn it back on and it'll reconnect to the game. It's something about this shit, like it's not even just my controller. Like if my headphones disconnect, then I gotta reset to get my headphones back. I don't know why it's like that, but I don't know. It's probably something I would have to do in the menu though. But there's nothing wrong with the controller. The controller is relatively new. But I really don't even know why it disconnected just now because I charged it up recently. Last time it disconnected because I didn't charge it. I don't know what happened this time. I don't even know what happened this time. Her save state. Well, you know, I feel like save states is like, you know, cheating. So I'm trying to avoid such things. I don't even know if this version comes with save states though. It probably does. Probably definitely does now that I think about it because it has like a literal cheat menu. Like, where is it? Enhancements, like right here. Now, of course, we're not using those, but you know they're there. bros, Chad off the goop or something. Nah, man, it's, you know, when I was watching that video, I guess, you know, I was trying not to make light of the situation. You know, even though he made some stupid mistakes, I ain't want to just be laughing at the dude. But I think Tyrone came in and he was just like, man, this nigga is stupid, bro. Like, all right. Like he came in and just didn't even try to be nice about it, bro. I think that just set me off, dog. I blame Tyrone, bro. He came in with like no sensitivity or nothing. He said, man, some people just dumb in this world, bro. Good riddance, man. So I felt like well, damn, if he can say it, I can say it. I mean, it really, that video is something else, bro. I ain't even gonna lie. Like, it's fucked up, but there is like a certain comedic element to it. It's that kind of it's just like dark, morbid humor to it. Cause it's like when somebody dies or gets hurt doing something like really stupid, it's hard to feel bad for them. And then just doing stupid stuff on top of stupid stuff during you don't, it's like you're dying and you don't stop being stupid. You know what I'm saying? You're literally dying and you can't stop being stupid. And that's what make it funny. Otherwise, yeah, you could have more sympathy for someone in a situation like that. But you're dying and you still trying to figure out new ways to be stupid. It's just like, damn, bro. I have a map. I have a key, but I literally can't figure out where the hell they want me to go. I already moved the beak to that spot, right? Let me try it again. Oh, I can't move it anymore. Okay. Damn. And that's the way out. I'm just running in circles at this point. Maybe I gotta like blow the that wall up in the back. I thought maybe I had to do that, but I don't know. We'll see. We Need This Laugh is a sample in one of his songs. I'm gonna have to definitely go back and clip that. Oh, it was okay. It was I had to blow up the rock behind the little monster there. I had a feeling maybe I had to do that, but I had never blown up a wall that looked like that. Damn, spooky spider. This enemy is still so stupid to me, bruh. I have the perfect defense in front, but I'm gonna turn my back to you. Whoa. Well, but I think the key is how they catch you by surprise. It's infectious. What the fuck? Oh man, we're all a little insane. The devil shivers when the nice guy loses his temper. You a fool, Hellbreaker. Norman Ernesto, what's up, Chad? How you doing? I'm doing great, man. Doing great. We had a really good stream, a good botcast last night. It was like 5 hours, had some good conversations. I'm gonna chop that up. I'm gonna recycle that video for some more content for the channel. So I got the Gachi Kuta review coming out this week too, because I finished watching Gachi Kuta this week. You know, I felt bad for watching all this anime for free. I felt bad for watching all this free anime. Whoops. And so what I've been doing is, when I finish watching a good anime, I'll go and buy the first volume of the manga, just to show support for the medium that I love. Now, if I don't like it, I ain't gonna buy it. But that's one thing I've been doing, because I've been enjoying so much free anime my whole life, because I'm not buying no damn Crunchyroll's subscription. I'm taking my black ass straight to Nia. Oh, damn. Look at that. There we go. But I figured, you know, if I like anime, the least I could do is buy like one volume of the manga to support the artists and the culture. Wait, what's over? Okay. Do I need floaty boots here? I'm gonna put them on just in case. Let me see. Oh, I did. Kinda. I probably could have made that without the boots, but... Oh, man. Ever since I started using the big Goron sword, I just overwhelm enemies. There's no more finesse in my tactics. I go straight for the throat. Facial abuse style, bootleg style. Somebody posted a picture of Mei Lee on R9K, and somebody was like, "Who is this? What happened?" I love seeing people who don't know about that story, because... Oh, shit. That's crazy. Look at that. That whole thing was invisible. But I love when people don't know that story, because... Yeah, it's kind of like what people say, you can only watch something for the first time once. Or play a video game for the first time once. You can only learn about the Mei Lee story for the first time once. And it's never the same afterwards. But you can live vicariously through those who don't know. It's quite the tale. You know, the crazy thing about that video, if you pay attention, you can see the point where she almost broke. Like, she toughed it out pretty well throughout most of the shoot, but there was one moment where you could tell she was really about to cry. I forgot what Bootleg said. He said something. I forgot what he said, but you can see it in her face. Like, she was like that close. I was like, damn, bro. That's hot. I'm playing. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. What is this? How the hell do I get up here? Navi looking like she knows something too. Maybe I can, that would have been funny. Navi, what's going on? Oh shit. Maybe I gotta kill all the bats in here. All the keys. Oh, Lord. Got him. Cool. There's 2 chests in here. Lord. Well, that works too. Well, not quite. All right, we got another one. Bundle of arrows. Good times. This must be a key. Damn, no key? Dang. Chad Marco replacing how do you pronounce his first name? Because I always said Jaquan. I was calling him Jaquan, but I don't damn. It's Hakeem, right? wait, what is it? Joaquin Phoenix? But I don't want that role. Last time Joker got raped and killed. Aren't you gonna kiss me first? I'm never watching that fucking movie, bro. They built that Joker character up just to destroy him, bro. That's so fucked up. Like, do you know how petty that was? They built the incel Joker only to destroy him. They built him up for the sole purpose of destroying him, bro. And you know it's petty because the first movie was so successful and people liked that version of Joker. And like I was just saying, like, imagine if they would have actually did it the right way, and by the third movie had him encounter like a young Batman or something. Damn, that sucked. I'm not saying that Joker at some point wouldn't get what was coming to him, but what was coming to him should have been a ass beaten by Batman, not an ass beaten by guards in the prison. Like a literal ass beating, like a booty bandit ass beating. It should have been like a pseudo Batman character that puts him in his place. I mean, they just completely ruined it. Dude, I'm out of magic juice. I'm out of my magic juice. I'm all out. What if you have a bad memory? Oh, I definitely got some short-term memory loss. For sure. The system is set up to hate you. Oh, yes. The feeling is mutual. I was that low on health? I wasn't that bad off. Oh shit. I will admit though, this dungeon has been kicking my ass a little bit as far as like damage. But I do tend to play pretty recklessly, you know? One thing I will say about the Zelda games, there really isn't much of a punishment for death. Like, the games are actually very forgiving. I should not have cut that sign in half. I have no magic juice left. My God. Oh no, I need some magic juice. I need some pimp juice. I need some pimp juice, man. Call the ambulance. Oh wait, I'm playing. Hey, yo, call the ambulance. Oh wait, this shit feel good. Call my mama. That's exactly how it was. Call the ambulance site. But you know, the scary thing about it was that I'm sure he was feeling bad even before he started panicking, but he was trying to control it. Like, imagine how bad he had to feel when he finally broke. Because he probably felt really bad even before he started panicking for real. But, you know, he was trying to thug it out. You know, I looked up, like, the possible, like, symptoms that you would feel after having an overdose like that. And of course you would have like a crazy high heartbeat. Your organs would start to fail. It'll be very hard for you to breathe. Your body temperature would go up to a very irregular level. So at some point, it would feel like you were on fire. You could have strokes, seizure, heart attack, all types of shit. I think DMX died of a cocaine overdose, but I don't think it was I don't think it was to the extent that this guy overdosed. I think it was just kind of like, you know, more like wear and tear type of overdose. Like over the years, doing drugs for so long, you know, at some point it just catches up to you. I thought maybe I could climb that. I don't have any magic juice to even tell what the hell I gotta do. It's a lot of treasure chests down here too, man. That's cool. That's kind of how my step nigga died too. I'm not sure if he was high, but you know, I think at this point, this was after he got kicked out of the house. He was living with like some old lady. You know, I guess he was just desperate for somewhere to live. So he started messing around with this older woman. And the story I got was that he was mowing the lawn and then came inside and died of a heart attack. The stone umbrella. I mean, I could have drank this magic potion that I bought. Damn. Do I need to just go buy magic potions and then come back? Maybe that's what I need to do. Like, just... But then I don't want to have to come all the way back here either. Well, since I got it, I'll go ahead and use it. See, I wasn't completely unprepared. I just didn't want to use it. But Oh, that's what it was. Cool. Yeah, I need to be more careful about how I use my magic juice. Something tells me they have a brand of energy drink that's like magic potion or something, like mana potion. I bet you they got some dumb shit like that. Mana potion energy drink. Like when you go to Five Below, they got the Dragon Ball Z energy drinks. I had bought one time, but they got way too much sugar in it. I think it got like 38 grams of sugar or something like that. You know, energy drinks can be bad enough even without all the added sugar. Is this gonna actually help me get up to the next level though? Oh yeah, I forgot. Turn the mirror. My bad. Well, that was bad. But even if I drag it all the way over there, like, I gotta get up there. How would I get up there? I don't know. Oh, I did it again. See, that's why I keep running out of magic juice, because I leave the mirror on for too long. I think I can climb this. Hell yeah. There we go. Boom shakalaka. What was that? Thank you. Beep. You know, hearts don't look like that in real life. They're actually like kind of ugly. All right, so we got another key. Now I just got to figure out where to use it at. Damn. Oh, I see it too down there. Go! Whoa, that's scary. Whoa! Oh man. Oh shit. Oh man. I didn't know you could kill those guys though. I always thought they would just get right back up. Well, I think he's gonna get back up. He might get back up. Oh man. If any feeling of discontent that isn't approved by the court of public opinion that challenges narratives that people could feel identified with, it will be suppressed and smeared and covered up. Especially if you're in the UK. UK is like maximum cut, maximum cut country. I feel good that I'm in America and we're like behind the ball with a lot of the oppression shit. I mean, we're gonna get it too eventually, but it's slower over here. But it's like in the UK, they just take it. They just take it up the ass. They just take it, man. What a such a docile people. Just a docile, tame, domesticated people. Americans are insane, which is bad in of itself, but at least we still got some of that wildness in us, you know? UK just like, man, like just give it to me harder, daddy. Take all my freedoms away. I don't like freedom. Freedom is bad. Censor me. Kick me while I'm down. Do it again. I thought I had a key. Oh, I gotta get those. How the hell do I get these? What the hell? Maybe, let me see. Yep. That's what it is. And you can only see it with the mask of truth. See, you gotta believe. You gotta believe in this dungeon, man. If you don't believe, you're not gonna make it. You gotta believe in the power of magic. I got a question for the chat. Do you think that Michael Jackson molested those kids? Yes, I'm starting this conversation. I had made a thread last night making fun of that little lean dance move that Michael Jackson did in the Smooth Criminal video. I was just poking fun, and somebody had brought that up, and it got me thinking about it. I started watching this documentary that was talking about the allegations and stuff, but I started masturbating and forgot about it. Not to the documentary, but you know, EX hentai. What? Oh, there was a door that unlocked too, right? Okay, I'm tripping. It was this door, right? Okay. And I'm probably gonna get the key out of here. You know, I gotta say, so far, this dungeon is pretty cool. It's pretty cool. I like how you have to utilize the mask of truth, and those boots those boots could be better. But it's something, you know. I just wish those boots had more distance, you know. Man, it's a lot of gold sculptures in here too. That's like 56 right there, right? No, that's 57. I don't know exactly how many I need to free the dad, but we'll see. How did you not see that? How did you not see that coming down on you if you kept moving the rock? I thought that could happen, but I didn't think that I would die instantly from getting hit with that. Because this game, it's not very punishing. So really, I didn't care. I was indifferent to it. But I thought about it. But I said, maybe I'll get lucky and just, push it at the right time to where it either wouldn't matter, or if it hit me, it'll hit me and not do a lot of damage. I didn't think it would be an instant death. And even then, instant death just means you lose a heart and you reset the room. So if this was Dark Souls, I would have been more careful. But this is Zelda, so. Not many consequences for your actions in this game. That's why I have a tendency to play kind of recklessly. I mean, just being real, just how this game is. It's just not very heavy on consequences for the player. The real challenge of Zelda is figuring out what to do. It's the puzzles, It's like Tomb Raider. Tomb Raider is primarily an adventure and puzzle game. The action is tacked on. I will say the action in this game is good, but that's not what really makes it challenging. I'm more worried about figuring out what to do next and taking damage. I just don't like getting stuck. You can beat me up and kick me while I'm down, but the cartoon heart is an upside down. But Bobby, that sounds like something Meatwad would say. I had to switch tabs to lower my volume from that censorship talk. Ah, that's funny. Oh man, I have 150 XP Marco points. What are those? And where can I get some? Wait, so the idea here is that the fan is gonna blow me into the spikes? How about you just blow me? Call it a day. That's what Dante would say. Oh shit, this got serious all of a sudden. Oh boy, you. He never learns. Oh, okay. I see. This is kind of serious. It'd be funny if they tried to fake me out here. Oh boy, look at this. And see, look, even when I get blown off, I could just climb right back up. I told you, man, no consequences. Who the fuck was that? Damn, I love this sword. I feel like guts. Guts. Annie, are you okay? Annie, are you okay? I can hear the spirits whispering in this room. Those who have sacred feet should let the wind guide them. Then they will be led to the hidden path. That's what they are saying. I didn't even see that. Because I wasn't using the Eye of Truth. The sacred feet. She was pointing at the ground there like there was something here. Let the wind blow. Hello. Oh! That's funny. I like that. They just kind of hanging out there, man. I think MJ was forced to be a part of places where Epstein also was invited. Reason being because he barely even got name dropped in the newest batch of the Fouls. Was he name dropped at all? Was he in the Fouls? Did he enjoy some pizza? I mean, I really don't know. That's the thing. I don't know. If I had to guess, I don't believe the allegations, but I don't know. Because, you know, a lot of people look at it and they feel like, you know, he doesn't seem like the type of person that would do something like that, even though he had a very strange relationship with children. But you can't really just think because somebody doesn't seem to fit the profile of a bad person or a pedophile, that means they wouldn't do it, you know? I mean, John Wayne Gacy was a man of the community, throwing like clown parties and stuff for kids, and meanwhile he was raping and murdering young boys and burying them under the house. So you can't, you know, looks can be deceiving to say the least. Steve Harvey did like a funny comedy. Like Steve Harvey did. He had a comedy show years ago where he talked about Michael Jackson. 'Cause he knew Michael Jackson personally, and that bit was so funny, man. Because he was basically just saying like, at some point, Mike, you gotta stop letting the white kids come to the house. No more white kids at my house. Oh man. I mean, and I agree with Steve on that too, because it's like, if Mike, let's say he didn't do it, after the first allegation, bro, I ain't hanging out with no more damn kids, bro. If you want to hang out with kids, let it be your own family, you know, your kids, your nephews and nieces, nephews and shit. It's kind of amazing how much of a genius and perfectionist he was musically, but then he had like this strange naiveness about him when it came to children and his relationship with them. Like he didn't see how it was strange. But I think really, you know what, the sad part about it though is that there is sort of this. I think like the default assumption when it comes to kids and adult men is like, you really by default you have to be hands off, essentially. Like, for instance, sometimes when I'm out in the world, just at the store, whatever, I notice like little kids will be staring at me and stuff. And you know, the friendly human thing to do would be to say, "Oh, hey there, little guy, hey there." But I don't even feel comfortable doing that because, you know, the parent or somebody might see it and be like, "Well, why are you talking to that kid?" You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just how it is. It's almost like this sense that like you're not even supposed to interact with children that aren't yours unless you absolutely have to. And that's kind of how normal society is. Now, of course, Mike took it to the extreme, you know, sleepovers and hanging out with him. Eating candy and watching movies with other people's children and stuff. Like he was a big ass kid, basically. I hear a Scotular too. Like, he had a relationship with children as if he was a child himself. But, you know, if, let's say hypothetically, he really had no ill intention or ill will towards them, then it's like, you can't say he's doing something wrong. It's more so that he's doing something that's like strange and out of the ordinary, but it's not like he's hurting anybody. It's just, you know, there's several reasons why adults just tend not to kick it with kids that aren't their own. Like Steve Harvey said, I ain't got no 8-year-old buddies knocking on the door saying, "Can Steve come play?" I swear, I see it now. I see it. It's over there. Why didn't I see? Why didn't I see it when I went up there the first time? Why didn't Wait a minute. What? Am I tripping? I definitely see it now, but it's like, wait, what happened? I just saw it. Am I tripping? I just saw it. Yeah, it's like it's right there in like that little corner area. I wonder if I can like. I wonder if I can get to it from here. This long shot got some range, and it might be able. The hitbox might still hit it. Nope. And I wouldn't see it from that angle anyway. I'm not sure. Oh, I might have to move this damn boat. There wasn't any new accusations against him, and the old alleged victims of his didn't even say nothing after the files dropped. Yeah, remember in the first case, he settled out of court for like $15 million just to kind of get it over with. And I think the second accusations that happened in the early 2000s, he was acquitted. They found no evidence of wrongdoing. If you were in a situation like that and you had those accusations, like, and let's say you had, good money. Let's assume you had good money. Would you fight it in court, or would you just settle out of court and like, would you fight it in court, or would you settle for a lot of money? I feel like when you settle, it kind of looks guilty in a sense. Like it kind of implies some guilt, because like, you basically saying you don't want to go to court with this. If you're confident in your innocence, why wouldn't you want to go to court? But there's the argument that can be made that you don't want to go to court because it'd be drawn out. You'd rather just get it over with. Like, take the money and shut the fuck up. Get away from me. Take the money, get out of my face. What the hell is that? Marco, do you like it when the futa is bigger? It's all fine by me, Hellbreaker. Yo, call my mama. What's her number? 344. Shit, I forgot. Come on, Tyrone. This man died. We got to be respectful. It's kind of crazy looking at that comment section. Like, the number of people who blame the police officers for not immediately calling the ambulance. Now, I don't know exactly what standard procedure is for police officers in that type of situation. But when I was watching the video, the sense that I got was that they weren't 100% sure of what happened. They found, like, they had him in handcuffs in the cop car, and they found the baggies that were wet. And so the cop, he speculated that he might have ate the drugs. So he knew there was a possibility that he ate the drugs, but he wasn't sure. He was still he thought, okay, he might have ate these drugs because these bags were wet. But at that point, you're still just speculating, and you don't know how much drugs he consumed either. And then you also got to wonder, like what's the officer's knowledge of like drug overdoses? Like, what's his experience with that? Like, what do they even know about, drug overdoses and how to respond to it and things like that? Especially when the guy was acting pretty normal until they went back to the cop car. He was all fidgety and shit. But by that point, when they found the wet baggies, they did begin to speculate, okay, he might have ate these drugs. And he even said, like, we might he said something like we might have to do something about that. So he knew that could be a danger. So he wasn't completely clueless about the possibility, but he wasn't sure. And that's why I didn't really hold it against the cops, because I could tell like they were still trying to assess the situation and figure out exactly what was going on. But what makes it hard when they go back to the cop car and they start interrogating the guy, yeah, he's acting weird, eyes dilated, fidgety, and then he starts panicking. But after that, he says, I'm playing with y'all, I'm playing. And right there, that's where I lose all sympathy for the guy. You know, if they would have, if he would have started panicking and was like, no, I'm dying. No games, no jokes, none of that. And they still acted that way, then I'd be like, oh yeah, that's negligence, because you already speculated that he swallowed the drugs. You said that you understood that meant that there could be a medical issue, and then he starts panicking and telling you to call the ambulance. You don't do anything about it. But when you watch the video, you notice that once they realized that he was serious, and they didn't realize he was serious because he kept saying, I'm playing. But when he started kicking the little police computer in the car, like he was like, that's okay. We're calling. Right when they, like, the second they realized he was serious, they called the ambulance. They called the ambulance. So that's why I don't really hold it against the cops in that situation. You know, I feel like the George Floyd situation was different, even though, you know, popular belief is that he OD'd on fentanyl in that situation. What I didn't like about the police was that they had their knee on his neck while he was experiencing an overdose. That's what I didn't like about that. Now, is it fair that they get charged for a murder when the guy was ODing and they didn't have anything to do with that part of it? You could debate that, but I just didn't like the fact that the way they had their knee on his neck as he was going through the overdose. That's fucked up. I don't care what nobody says. That's just fucked up. I don't even see how they even normalize that type of police procedure. And he hadn't even done enough to really justify that. It wasn't like he was like swinging on people and shit. I think they were just kind of intimidated by his big blackness. But he was rather erratic because he was panicking, so. But in this situation, the guy was overdosing and panicking, but they gave him space. They would tell him to relax. They were trying to calm him down. They kept him in the handcuffs, which I'm sure was uncomfortable for him. But I don't really see a situation where they could have taken him out of it, because I feel like he was panicking so much that he really could have hurt somebody if they took him out of those handcuffs. Like, 'cause he was kicking his feet and he was moving involuntarily. Like, he could have grabbed somebody or poked somebody in the eye. You know, I wish they could have took him out of the handcuffs, but I don't really see a situation where that would have been the smart thing to do with somebody who is losing control of their own body because of muscle spasms. But he was fucked either way. That's the thing about it. Damn. The interesting thing about it, you know, when I started doing some more research on this story, and again, I understand, you know, the family, they felt a certain way about things, as they should. But it was clear that they were trying to turn this into like another like fight for justice, George Floyd type situation. Like, they had the little signs that had the words up there, call my mama. Like, they were trying to get those slogans going, you know, call my mama, I can't breathe. But once you watch the video, it's just, I think the problem is the video. It's hard to have sympathy for him when you watch the video. It's not like the George Floyd one where you got the officers being very physical with him, on top of him and all that stuff. Like this situation, I think the cops were. You might have, you could make the argument they didn't call the ambulance, the ambulance quick enough, but you can't say they were mistreating him or anything like that. And he was working against his own favor by playing games. Do y'all know where that Do y'all know where that ambulance meme comes from? It might be a little bit before your time, but there was this video of this black dude who got into a fight on a bus with a white guy, and the white guy beat the shit out of him, and the black dude was like, he was bleeding really bad, and as blood was coming out of his mouth and his nose, he was like, call the ambulance. Call the ambulance. And it was kind of funny because this guy, he said ambulance the exact same way. I hear a spider too. And you know, the crazy thing about that, about, you know, the bus situation was that there was a girl on the bus, like this cute white girl who was like listening to headphones, and people dubbed her Amber Lamps. And they were trying to figure out who she was because she was a cute white girl just kind of caught up in the middle of the situation. And so they call her Amber Lamps. I don't know if they ever found her, but kind of just a funny detail of the story. I think I got one. Oh shit, bombs! I'm gonna need this. Oh, we got another Skulltula there too. Yo, it's a lot of Skulltulas in here, man. And I know there's another one that I missed too. I saw an episode of Blackish where they talked about kids on the episode. Anthony saw a little white girl all alone on the elevator, and he just looked around there, pushed the button so the elevator leaves. And dude, there you go. I got a funny story, right? So I remember my niece, she was doing hair for this woman, right? And this woman, she had her son over here. I guess she was a single mother or whatever, but her son was like 10 years old. And so, you know, her son was like really smart, but he was bored. He was like bored to death because, you know, his mom just sitting there getting her hair done. And so, I got back home and I was in the kitchen and he was just walking around the house. And I guess he saw like my door open. So he looked in and he saw like that, like the video games up there and the studio equipment. And so he started talking about like video games. So me and him like talking about video games and stuff. And he wanted to play like the PlayStation, right? So I remember like I let him play it, but I remember as he was playing it, I left the door wide open. So he was sitting right here playing like Street Fighter 6 or something. And I had the door wide open and I was like standing by the door. And his mom and my niece, they were like right up there. But again, it was like just that awareness of like, okay, you can play it, but I'm gonna have this door wide open. And I'm gonna be like basically halfway out the room so they can see me. So it's just, you gotta have like just that awareness of when you're dealing with kids and what's appropriate and what isn't, you know. I said, yeah, go ahead and play. I had the door open and I'm standing like outside the door. So I can see them and they can see me. Like, yeah, man, have a blast. Knock yourself out, nigga. And especially like when I'm just out in the world, you know how kids are. Like kids are just so innocent. They see a person that looks interesting, whatever. They just gonna stare at you and look at you. Sometimes they'll say, "Hey," but I just, dude, there was some other crazy shit that happened. Not really crazy, but I was in Walmart and I saw like this little Hispanic girl running around, and it's like her mom was like super distracted, and the little girl was like running around and shit. And I thought about maybe like going to the mom or telling the girl, "Hey, go over there." I said, I'm just gonna stay out of it, bro. But yeah, the girl was like, the little girl like running around in the store, and the mom's like on the phone looking at some oranges or something. And the little girl was going like in the opposite direction, and the mom didn't even notice it. And I was like, should I say something? Or looking back, I probably should just went to the mom, if anything. But I just stayed out of it, bro. I ain't gonna lie, I just said fuck it. So, and that's kind of the problem though, when you have like this weird relationship between strangers and children, is like, even if you see something like that, where like you could have prevented somebody's kid from being kidnapped or getting lost, it's like you don't even want to bother, to be honest with you. You don't even, because you don't want the misunderstanding. I read this crazy story on Reddit one time. I forgot exactly how it went, but basically like the thread on Reddit was talking, like it was stories of it was like stories of times where you think you almost got kidnapped or something. And I forgot exactly how the story went, but it was like the guy was little, it was a little girl, like, or whenever they were little, and somebody just like grabbed him by the arm and started walking with him. And then some lady came up and like grabbed him and took him back to their parent, because I guess she was like watching the situation, and she knew, oh, like this, something ain't right about this. I saw this kid with this woman, and now this man just grabbed her. So essentially saved that girl or that boy from being kidnapped. I forgot if it was a girl or a boy. But the point is, if that was me, they would have been dead. That would have been it. If I would have saw it, I would say, "Oh no, I ain't getting involved, man. They ain't my kid. Fuck them kids." How do I get over here? And how do I get back home? Maybe I can long shot my way somewhere. I mean, even Chris Tucker got pics of him with Ghislaine Epstein, and that was during the height of his career, and there hasn't been any allegations made against him. Yeah, I mean, I guess just having a picture next to him doesn't necessarily mean that you were doing anything wrong, but I guess at that point you got to go into like the actual depths of the files themselves, because it seems like Epstein was somebody that was rubbing elbows with famous and powerful people. So, but now it's like if you even took a picture with him, you look guilty by association. That's basically where we are now. Oh, there's a picture of you with, like, you notice like when all this shit with Diddy came out, it was the same thing. Whereas like if you had a picture with Diddy, oh man, you getting fucked in the ass. Man, Diddy been fucking you in the butt, huh? So that's the bad thing about that. Now is like you're just guilty by association. Michael Jackson and Chris Tucker were good friends. You know, Chris Tucker was in the music video for "You Rock My World." I always wonder how they got cool. And the story that I read said that you know, Chris Tucker did like the little Michael Jackson dance in the first Rush Hour movie. Or was it in the Rush Hour 2? I forgot whether it was Rush Hour 1 or 2. But Michael Jackson had called him and said that he did the little like leg kick wrong. He said you kicked with the wrong leg. And that's how they became friends. Michael hit him up and told him that he did the dance wrong. Maybe I gotta go back. I think some celebs legit thought they were talking to just affluent aristocrat people when they met Ghislaine and Epstein, and they took piss obviously to increase their status. Yeah, that's definitely a possibility. You can't just, you know, say, oh, anybody took a picture with him is guilty. Wait, that's where the boss is at? But I don't have any pictures with Epstein. That's all I'm saying. Maybe you can hook shot to bombs. That would have been crazy. Huh. I feel like it's got something to do with this. This was kind of suspicious, but I could be wrong. I don't know. I don't see anything. And the ship is gone. The ship isn't even here anymore. I don't think I can call the ship back. While other celebs legit did get blackmailed, tricked into participating based on whatever value they were deemed to Epstein and his friends. Like, yeah, man, we got these 13-year-olds. I know you into that. I know you do that. Yeah, it's always been a lot of, you know, devious, crooked shit going on in the entertainment industry, though, unfortunately. You know, backroom casting. Who's that one guy? Harvey Weinstein, you know, people like that. It's nothing new. A lot of Steens going in this conversation. Yeah, and I'd already blown all these up. I got the key, I just don't know how to get over there. And the boat is gone there. I can't get on the boat again. What could be the solution? Damn. A lot of people go out in stupid ways, like that lady that got caught playing with herself at the beach, or Nautica Malone beat his meat at the cafe drive-thru, then just went which one, that guy that committed suicide after he got caught masturbating at the drive-thru. That was a dumb reason to take yourself out, though. My lord, dude. I get it. You got caught on some Pee Wee Herman shit. There's no reason to kill yourself. I wonder if you can like hook shot. Yeah, that ain't gonna work. What in God's green earth? Damn. Oh boy. It is no way. No way I can make it up there. And this does not latch on at all. But she's looking at something up there. And they got bombs over there. What if I could blow up that statue over there? That would be stupid. If that's the solution, dude, I'm gonna be mad. Ain't gonna lie. That would just be ridiculous. There's no way that's the solution, dog. Ain't no way. Ah, it is. That was it. See, I told you, man, sometimes the solution, you got to turn your brain off and do the stupid shit. But nah, that wasn't that bad because the more I paid attention, I had to think, why did they put those bombs there in front of that statue? That was actually kind of a clever solution, I think. I'm not really mad at that. That was kind of cool. That, like, the more I paid attention, I was like, wait, why did they do that? Sometimes you got to look at it like that. Why is that there? You know, why are these boxes here? Why are these bases here? Why, you know? But how do you even, like, how do you knock stuff like this down? Like, can I knock this down? Nah, but, yeah, how do you get up there? Whatever, I ain't tripping. Man, I ain't tripping on this shit. My God. Shit, people are saying there are bots lurking, but sometimes it could be just a kid watching the stream, just hearing all this shit. Or a bot. Or a bot. Man, it's something to think about. Especially now. It's definitely something to consider. There might be a point where, you know, you could be a streamer and then some of your regular chatters or regular viewers are just robots, fucking AI bots. You know, at this point, that's not a far-fetched idea. All right, guys, this is it. It's time. What am I most likely going to need fighting this guy? I don't even know. Do you like it when the Futu is bigger? Rush Hour 2. Oh, yeah, yeah. Because that was when he had the... that's when they did the Don't Stop Till You Get Enough. Get closer. Oh, get closer. I'm burning now. Just love me till you don't know how. Keep on. That's my favorite Michael Jackson song, by the way. To me, that is the most catchy song ever. That song is so catchy, bro. So catchy, so groovy. I love it when my mom tells me that story when she first heard that song when she was I I think when that song came out, she was probably like she was about, let me see. She was about 16. She was around 16 years old when that song came out. And she said, she told me, because she was just telling me the story again the other day. And she was telling me, like, after Michael Jackson left the Jackson 5, like, he kind of fell off the radar for a little bit. Like, people didn't expect him to come out with, like, a really good solo album right after the initial breakup. And then she said the second, like, everybody heard "Don't Stop Till You Get Enough," she said they ran to the mall. She said they ran and bought that album immediately. She said she played that album to death. I always love that story because I love hearing like older people who lived through those moments, you know, those things that we kind of just look back on and say, oh, that happened before my time. You know, that was in the 80s and the 70s. But like when that old lady I worked with told me about going to see Star Wars for the first time with her kid when it came out, and like how this theater was packed. I love hearing stuff like that. Like the people who were there with these big moments in pop culture. What the hell? It's like a damn Dark Souls boss. Bongo bongo. Whoa! Boss of the Shadow Temple, revived from the well. Look at it with the eye of truth. Oh, I got your ass, huh? Shit! Yeah, bitch! Yeah! Take it, bitch! I got your... Oh! Oh, what? How the hell did I play that off? Damn! Uh-huh. Take it! That's big dick! That's big dick! Man, that Goron sword put in work. It's so worth it. It's a challenge getting it, but it's definitely worth it. And there we go. The older I get, the less I be around kids. If you're a grown man that spends all the time with kids, something off with your masculinity meter. Even if the kids are yours by DNA as a man, you lead, not play. I don't agree. I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that. I think it definitely depends on the context of it. There's a lot of variance with how one can raise their kids. You know, some people are very hands on. Some people aren't. You know, it's like even you know, we're talking about Michael Jackson. You look at his father was very hands on with them. Now, of course, he was he was beating the hell out of them too, but he spent a lot of time with them. You know, helping them become the artists, the great artists that they would eventually become. He spent a ton of time with them. You know, he would get off work and then immediately it was rehearsals and practice, driving them around for talent shows and shit. Like, he was locked in with his kids. So it depends. It definitely depends. I don't think there's anything wrong with a father being very hands-on with his children. I think it depends on the context of it. You know, or even like Floyd Mayweather. His father was very hands-on with him and pretty much had him boxing since he was a kid. So I think usually it's more so with fathers who have a specific goal for their kids. Like, they tend to be more hands-on. Now, if you was talking about like just sitting around playing Zelda all day, I right, playing playing video games with your son every day, that might be a little different, but I think it depends on the context of it, because some fathers are just really hands-on, and I think that's a good thing. That's a great thing. My dad wasn't like that at all. My dad was completely hands off. In a whole different part of the state. So he always wanted the Ocarina of Time. Would you guys fornicate with Impa here? I know she's a little masculine, but Nautica going through the cafe beating it was dumb. Once he got caught, it's over. His wife and family, boss at work, they all know you're fucked. You got to go ghost after that. Or own it. Take it to the next level. You got two choices. Run away or own it. Now, of course, don't do that again. Like, going around masturbating in public is just stupid, though. Let's be real. But I say, after that, take it to the next level. Start an OnlyFans. that dungeon wasn't that bad either. It's amazing, like, how much easier that was compared to the water temple, bruh. And this is after the water temple. This is like after. You can't do this until you do the water temple. And it's significantly easier. The water temple took me like 6 hours, bro. That was what, like not even 2 hours right there. And I was bullshitting, talking to you guys a lot too, so. Woohoo! Another temple down, baby. Son of a bitch. Another temple down. You caught a pole. What's up, Navi? The desert. That is where Ganondorf, the evil king, was born. If we go there, we might find something. We might find something. Like what, Navi? Be specific, please. I never got that one Skulltula out of there, too. I'm a little worried about that. Whatever. I know there's one more heart piece around that I missed, too. I don't know. I might have to get that later, though. Really, I could beat the game with this amount of hearts, though. This is a good amount right here. But, we'll do what we can, get what we can. The 8-ball jacket guy that smacked the soul out of the chick, he went viral, but he had to lay low and drop the outfits he used to wear so people don't find him. Don't do nothing too stupid where you gotta completely drop off the radar. That's a lesson here. I hope I ain't gotta do that one day. Where's Chad? What happened to Chad? Ever since Chad Marco got caught with those prostitutes, we ain't seen him since. He got caught in that prostitution ring thing. This where I go to kill them gay prostitutes. Don't say yeah. Don't say yeah. $15 hearts. I'm trying to sell this po. I don't know how you get points with this guy over here, but I'm gonna start just selling him what I got. Maybe at some point he'll be like, "Oh, this is cool." Hey, check this out. Uh-huh. Hmm. Damn. Damn. I just don't know how to satisfy this guy. I don't think I ever understood selling pose to him though. I never really got it. I never quite understood. Maybe I never will. How many times have I dropped in here thinking I'd find something different? There was a heart container in a hole around here that I never picked up because I couldn't make it to the bottom of the water. But I haven't been able to find it ever since. I'm gonna look for it one more time before I go. Before I go back to the desert. I'm AI writing about AI. AI. Oh, get AI to ask questions to the AI. Get AI to have a conversation with each. Oh my god, dude. I like how you think, Bob. I like how you think. My favorite Michael Jackson is "I'm Big, I'm Chad, you know it." I'm bad. You know, I asked my mom if she liked the Bad album. She said she did not like that Bad album. She said she really didn't like that Bad single either. I didn't either. I Now the Bad album was very successful, and it's some good songs up there. I love Smooth Criminal. I like The Way You Make Me Feel. Leave Me Alone. But the lead single, which was Bad, I never liked that. I thought that was corny. I thought Bad was really corny. Like Beat It off Thriller was corny enough, but he took the corniness to a whole different level with Bad. I mean, you know, leather jackets and chains. Oh my god, bro. Come on, Mike. Come on, Mike. But a hit is a hit. Damn, you can't argue with that. A hit is a hit. You know, he had that skin disease, vitiligo, but his uh he bleached his whole body so it'd be like an even skin tone of white. But I was watching porn the other night, and it was a girl with vitiligo, the same disease that he had, but she didn't bleach her skin, so she just had the mix of brown and white. I mean, I was looking at it, I was like, could I be with a girl like this, bro? I was just trying to like really think of it. It looked so weird, bro. And the funny thing was, she had a good body. Like her body was straight. What's this? Yeah, she had a good body, but she had like late stage vitiligo. So, oh, this is it right here. This is what I was looking for. Yeah, she had late stage vitiligo, so she just had those color splotches all over her body. She was like basically black and white all over, like a cow. But whatever the case may be, that guy was fucking the hell out of her. He was beating that damn thing down. He said, "Shit." I don't know if I could do it though, bruh. I ain't saying I couldn't, but and that's 6 right there. Hell yeah. I'm not saying I couldn't or I wouldn't, but it would depend. Like if I met a girl like that and how I felt. But it does look weird when you see it, bruh. Ain't you like that shit look weird? I can see why Michael Jackson would have rather bleach his skin as opposed to looking like that. I get it, you know. I don't really fault him for that. Cause it's a weird look. but he was tearing that thing up. That dude was tearing that damn thing up. He said, "Vita Ligo, Schmita Ligo." I'm going in. I'm going balls deep. All right, ha, hiya. Let's go, hiya, hiya. Being in a different state is peak masculinity. Yep, like Tojo from Jujutsu Kaisen. Them deadbeat daddies, man. Bad album was bad. It was a good album. It was good, but my mom didn't like it. That's what she told me. But I told her you gotta listen to the whole thing. I think she probably focused in on the singles. You know, the thing about my mom, like, she's not really into like pop Michael Jackson. She likes the more like soulful funk Michael Jackson. And I think that's why she didn't like Bad that much, because with Bad, Mike was way on that pop shit. But there are, yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Bad was like way, like he was deep in that pop mode, bro. Like undeniably. Dangerous was a real good album though. I like Dangerous. I think Dangerous is better than Bad. Okay, so I don't think I'm ready to complete this, but I think I can make progress. Like, now that I got the floaty boots, I think I can finish that warm room. So we're gonna try to do that. When I say playing with kids, I mean those dads that play dolls with their kids and shit, or even video games. You don't want to be that dad that turns your kids into gamers. My kid can be a gamer. I don't think, yeah, I think it's about balance. I think it's about balance. Like when you say gamer, like, are you talking like fat? You talking like fat, no life? I think it's about balance. That's how I see it. You can play video games with your kid, but really, you can do whatever you want, bro. You can go to another state. I don't like it ain't my kid. But if I had a kid, I want to be one of those definitely a hands-on type father. But I would try to definitely introduce variety. And I felt like that's what I lacked when I was a kid. You know. So I was like the bad kind of gamer kid. Like that's all I did. As an adult, I started to branch out. Okay, I'm playing video games and watching anime, but then I started to get into working out, reading books, self-improvement, shit like that. And so, like, if I had a kid, I would try to steer to make sure that they have a balance of that. Cause that's what I didn't have. I was a straight up like nerd kid. Video games, anime, jacking off, junk food, that's it. I didn't have the balance. I would just make sure that my kid had the balance. Like, you could be a nerd and all that shit, but get your fat ass in the gym too. Get your fat ass in the gym. That would be my main concern, is just to make sure they have variety and try to teach them like tangible real world skills and things like that. Alongside, enjoying yourself. Like, what do you enjoy? What is sports or video games, computers, cars, People have different interests. I know there was one guy that I wasn't really friends with him, but I thought it was cool. There was this guy, he was in like racing cars. He was the cousin of one of my friends, and he was into like engines and racing. And I always thought it was cool, because you don't see a lot of, like, where I'm from, I don't know a lot of like black dudes that are into that. So he was like a car nerd. He liked to race cars and shit. And I just thought it was cool. So, whatever my child primary interests are, my main concern would just be to make sure that he has some balance. That's the main thing. You can watch your anime and all that, but it's kind of like when I went to GalaxyCon, like I'm nerdy enough to fit in with everybody and have those discussions that I had. Like I know about anime, I can ask questions and all that. But at the same time, like I'm also really in shape. And so I'm there having push-up contests with niggas and stuff. So I like the kind of balance I could bring even to an environment like that. So that's how I would want my kid to be. Just have some balance in your life. Don't overdo. Uh, don't be too much of a hardcore ass nerd, you know? Like if you're gonna be going to like fighting game tournaments and shit, be that guy that got muscles or something, right? Be one of them buff niggas. Don't be the fat dude in a damn scooter. Damn. I gotta do it all over again. Oh. I think the best thing to do then is to just go ahead and get that one first. I mean, to go ahead and get that now. So that by the time I get that last one, it's puzzle complete. Yeah, that's one thing that was unfortunate about my childhood. I didn't have anybody steering me in those directions. Like when I was over my dad's house, he tried that for sure. But you can't do that seeing your kid 2 or 3 times a year, you know. You got to be more involved in their life to get them to do those things consistently. So, he made an effort when I was there, but because I wasn't there very often, it didn't really stick. So it's like he understood what he needed to do, but just wasn't around enough to really do it the right way. All right, so this is new territory for us over here. Whoa, that was close. Collect the underwater gems. What? Collect the underwater gems. Hold on. Do I gotta play the Song of Time here? Write A down. Write A down. Maybe that's it. Let's see. My God. I could go for albino chick, but the Mumu Vitiligo chicks, nah. That's cold, bruh. That's cold, dog. How you gonna do them like that? Yeah, I've seen albino too. Albino is almost weirder in a way because they got a certain look. Like they got that look. They got a certain look about them that make them look funny. I cannot stand these damn clowns. These clams, my God. I hate them damn clowns, bro. Cause it's like the hook shot got this delay that makes it hard to hit him. So the timing got to be really good. And they only expose their weak point for a second. Got it. Yeah, you only see the weak point for really a second. Oh my God. This is gonna be so much fun. Dude, are you telling me they came right back? Or did I miss that one? Please tell me I just missed that one, bro. Come on, bro. Okay. Finally. Ah, shit. It's that damn current, bro. It's that current that's throwing me off. Oh my god. This sucks. Cool, we got one. Oh, I got it now. Well, I thought I did. But I kind of get the logic here. Fuck! I'm coming back around, bitch. Got it. All right. Now, didn't we have fun? Before you know it, they'll be live streaming their gaming. I hope they would. I would definitely tell my kid if you. I would tell them 100%. If you're playing video games, you should stream it. Why not? Why not? I mean, I feel like if you're gonna play video games, you might as well stream it. Unless you just don't. Unless you don't have you don't like doing commentary, then yeah, it might not be for you. But I actually just like doing commentary. So like you guys know on my gaming channel, sometimes I just record and then upload it. Like I don't even stream it. Like the carrier playthrough, I just recorded that. I didn't stream that. Cause I just like doing commentary. So I'm just I enjoy doing this, whether I'm streaming it or just recording it. Before streaming really took off, that's what guys were doing. They were recording their playthroughs. That's when they had like Let's Plays. That was like during the early PewDiePie era. I think PewDiePie before he started streaming, he was recording his stuff the way I do sometimes. But yeah, that's cool. I would definitely encourage him to do that. But like I said, just have some balance, man. How you doing, boy? If he sees you gaming, he's gonna make being a gamer the goal. I mean, not necessarily. He's like if you're only gaming, then that's all he's gonna see. If he see you gaming, working out, fixing cars, cleaning the house, fucking bitches. Don't be one. You don't have to be one dimensional. So that's the thing about it again. So, yeah. I mean, role model if you just sitting around playing video games all day, then he might aspire to be that. But if you if you have a diverse life of fun, then he'll be like, oh, damn, dad's cool. Like, yeah, he plays video games, but he knows how to change the tire. He make money. He goes out with his friends. Like, he goes traveling. Like, he does that. Again, man, just, I think that you're looking at, like, you're looking at it, honestly, like a normie type way. Like, oh, video games bad. You're looking at it in a very a normie, one-dimensional sense. But you don't have to be that. You don't have to be like a, playing video games doesn't mean you got to be a video game nerd that don't do anything but that, you know. Even myself, I definitely consider myself probably more nerd than normal. But you look at me throughout the week. I wake up, I go to work, I go to the gym. Right after work, I come home, I clean up, I cook. Then I play video games. Nah, but then I produce music. I make videos, I edit, stream, vlog, all that shit. So, like, you don't have to be a one-dimensional person. I think the main thing is, as far as being a role model for your kids, you know, just have those good qualities, those good traits that they can pick up on. Your vices or your interests, that's one thing, but you want to make sure that you got good things they can copy about you. Because everybody got their vices or things like to have fun with. Again, that's why I say it's kind of normie to look at shit like that. Honestly, that's like some normie shit. Because normies will sit there and be like, oh, video games are the problem. Meanwhile, their dad was like on the couch watching football. Or not doing more than just going to work and paying bills and being a simp for their mom. So this store better have some good shit, man. I mean, something rare. I want some shit I ain't never seen. I've been looking forward to this. Woo! Wait, I think there's something about this. Strange, rare from all over the world to everybody. Today's special is a dangerous running object. Terrifying. I won't tell you what it is until I see the money. What? That's too much. That's too much money. Come on, man. And albino chick can still blend in with the crowd more easily, but then moo girls, you can spot them from a mile away. Everyone gonna know is that moo vitiligo chick you with. I mean, fuck what they think. That's about how you feel about it. As long as you like her, that's the point. But they are gonna think it. They're gonna be like, he couldn't get nothing but a vitiligo bitch. Yeah, that's like the ugly reality of kind of, like, I ain't gonna lie, like, people will judge you according to like the type of girl you with. Like, if you with a fat girl, they gonna be like, man, you got a fat girl. They not gonna say nothing. They not gonna say it. They not gonna say it, but they like, man, he got a fat bitch. Wait, so he just sold a bomb chew? How can I get him to change his inventory? Can I get him to change his inventory? I'm gonna try to leave and come back and see if I can get him to change his inventory or something. So with the hover boots, I went right over the quicksand there. $225 XP. What is that? What is the? What is? I don't. It's an inside joke. Damn. I'm the dude that sells you game items in real life and shit. Game items. But you selling video games? You got some deals, man? What's the time song? Write A down, write A down. You know, we're talking about being that's the wrong song too. we're talking about being a good role model for your son or kid or whatever. Look, that's the easy part, right? That's the easy part. Do your thing. But how would you prevent your daughter from being a hoe or going after thug niggas? This is the question for the chat. This is the question of the night. How would you prevent your daughter from going after bad boys, thug niggas, and generally being a hoe? Right down up, right down up. I'm gonna tell you right now, I don't know. I don't have an answer. Maybe you guys got the answer. You guys are the smartest people I know. Would I have to do it again? Technically? Because he said, this is what I have today. So it's got to be the next day. Let's try it like that. $225 XP. If you provide for your daughter, she would not need to be with thugs to feel safe. If you provide for your daughter, she would not need to feel like to be with thugs to feel safe. I don't know. I don't necessarily agree. Cause it's girls from good backgrounds that do that too. It's not just broke girls, like project girls that do that. If it was just the project chicks, then maybe, but there are girls that come from, you know, decent households and still have that kind of taste in guys. It's like a Beauty and the Beast type situation. But I see what you're saying though. I'm not like completely against that, because at the very least, people do tend to kind of date within their class somewhat. So if you manage to make it to the middle class and your daughter grows up in like a middle class neighborhood school, like if she's not exposed to that, if that's not her options, then yeah, I think you have a better chance of avoiding that. That's not the worst idea for sure. I'm just saying, like, you do have cases where girls, you know, come from well-off backgrounds and still end up with guys like that. But I do think, like, there definitely is some effectiveness there, because, again, just the tendency people have to kind of date within their class. So the higher class you're able to elevate yourself to, then that's going to determine the peers of your children. But at that point, you kind of got to get to where, like, you would have to get to where your kids don't go to public school, basically. You would have to reach the class of your kids don't go to public school. They just fucked me over. Cause I couldn't bring the lens up because of that damn dialogue, that text box at the bottom. Son of a bitch. I spent 200 rupees on a fucking bomb chew. So now I gotta go check out the carpet, man. Every now and then, that's gonna be fun. My God. All right, let's go. Yeah, we got to go ahead and get that damn we gotta get that song that lets us go right to the temple, man. Cause I ain't trying to do this shit. I'm not trying to do this shit every time I come out to the desert. Can I kill this Poe? I could probably get some money for him. I'm not gonna kill him now, but I'm trying to kill him later. I'm gonna get your ass later, boy. Hey, we made it. There's a heart piece up there too. That's cool. The answer is simple but not easy. You move the fuck out of the hood and put her ass in private school, drive her to school and home every goddamn day so little Ray Ray can't touch her. Well, y'all got about the same solution, basically what I was saying. It's a class issue. But she cannot go to public school. That's important. She cannot go to public school. That ain't gonna work. Because the problem with public school is that it kind of mixes everybody together. Because I remember at my public, like the school I went to, like you had kids that came from like the better neighborhoods as well. Like you had everything from like the project kids to the kids from regular neighborhoods like me to like even like some like lower middle class. I can't say like upper, but we had some middle class people living there or going to that school. And oh shit, you son of a bitch. We definitely had some middle class people there, but the way that they would keep those kids separated, they put them in like basically the way was to get into advanced classes where none of the project kids would be. So when you went to the advanced classes, they were most like white kids and a couple black kids. But yeah, I think that's one of the main things. You gotta keep them away from that influence. Like their peer group can't even have that element in it. So then they're gonna be looking at a different quality of guy as options. You know, oh, somebody that come from a good family, maybe an athlete. Past, present, future. The Master Sword is a ship with which you can sail upstream and downstream through Time's river. The point for that ship is in the Temple of Time. To restore the desert classes and enter the spirit temple, you must travel back through Time's flow. Listen to this requiem of spirit. This melody will lead a child back to the desert. I don't know where I got that voice from. Put that one back. Oh, man. You got to cut her off from that daddy money if she gets to wandering off from the path you set up. Set up a consequence, basically. But that means if they want to do it, they'll do it on the low. To be fair, it's not a perfect system. But for sure, having more to lose make like... This is what I think, and I've heard stories like this. like when you look at white women from like especially like white women, like let's use them as the example. White women from like upper class families, they might not date a black guy. They definitely wouldn't marry one. Some of them, not all. This is again, I'm talking generally here, but they might fool around with like the star black athlete in college or something, but they're not gonna get pregnant by him. They're not gonna marry him or something like that, unless he's like a Zion Williamson or something like that. Like it would have to be like the toppest of tier black man for them to go that far, because they got more to lose. You know, they wouldn't want to bring casually bring like a nobody black guy back to the family and have people looking at her sideways and shit like that. Now, that's not all. Not all white women are gonna be like that, but that's just kind of how that fatherly influence can affect dating for women, in particular with like white women. You know, so I might fuck around with the bad boy or a black dude on the down low, but I'm not gonna do it out in the open. I don't want to disappoint my family. Or I just don't want to be that. I don't want to be that person, you know, bringing the black guy to the Thanksgiving and then people talking about me behind my back. I don't want to be that. Yo, we got all the songs. Write A down, write A down. Can I do this now? They might not say it to my face, but they thinking it. Look who's coming to dinner. I'm trying to see if like the Song of Time can have an effect or anything in here. If not, I'm gonna have to. Oh, I gotta come back here as a child. Oh, that's cool. I'll check it out a little bit. I'm not gonna finish this dungeon tonight. I'm just gonna check it out a little bit. I already been up here long enough, really. How do I? Oh, yeah, look at it. But we'll check it out real quick. I've been thinking about going back to being a kid too. Wanting to check things out. Up, right, up. Wait, what is that? Up, right, left, up, right, left, up. If you have a girl that goes to a public school and you got no car, so she rides public transportation and the bus, then it's over. It's over. And but the problem too though is like there's all like you can't be everywhere at all times too. You know, at some point you gotta hope that your child is gonna make the right decisions, especially as they start getting older. Cause you're just not gonna always be able to know exactly where she's at and what she's doing, like 24/7. Like, for example, let's say you have a daughter and she's on the basketball team or something like that, right? So, okay, I know my daughter is at basketball practice right now. But what you don't know or don't realize is that while the girls have their basketball practice, the boys have their soccer practice or football practice, whatever. And she got a little boyfriend at school now. And so they find a way to link up at school, and now she getting hit in the locker room or something like that. And like and I've heard stories like that. Like I heard this one story about this one dude I knew and a girl that was in one of my class. You know, they had sex in the band room. So when teenagers are horny, they find a way, man. that's that's just the facts. When they horny, they find a way. And so you can't be everywhere at all times, you know. So at some point, you gotta hope that you were just able to install the right sort of values in your kid to where they do the right thing. So even if you have them private school, you drive them to school, they get picked up from school, all that stuff, man, they can find a way. Or it could be something like, let's say your daughter is like 15 and she want to go out to the movies with her friends. And so let's say her friends come and they pick her up, right? They pick her up from the house to go to the movies. They don't go to the movies. They go to some nigga's house and they getting banged down. They getting beat down. When there's a will, there's a way. That's all I'm saying. So unfortunately, I think as bad as people might want to micromanage their children's lives, there's only so much you can really do. You know, you do your best, but man, you can't be everywhere at all times either. Sun song. That's what I'm looking for. Right down up, right down up. Yeah. White people going to go extinct by 2100. 21, yeah, 2100. I don't think they're going to be extinct, but I think finding a white majority country is going to be very difficult. I'll say that. I can't put a number on how many white people are going to be around, but I think white majority countries are going to be a thing of the past. I think it's gonna be more and more diversity in their country. Their countries are gonna be uh they're gonna find out the hard way that diversity is their strength. Put it like that. Hmm. You know, I gotta say, I kind of like how they want you to become a kid again to do some of this dungeon, because being a kid is not, at this point in the game, is kind of irrelevant, other than like planting beans. So I think that's kind of cool, actually. Should I buy another potion or something? Just to be, yeah, I'll buy another one just to go ahead and just to be safe. Since I got it, I got the money. Let's do it. Let's ball out. Let's get some of that booger potion, man. All of Europe gonna look like Arabia eventually, and America gonna start looking like that Super Bowl halftime show. America gonna look like Idiocracy. I hope not, though. Maybe AI will take society into a very fascinating direction. Maybe it won't be as goofy and clown world like as we think it's gonna be. But I don't know. That's why I want to live to be 100, bro. I want to see. I want to see how ridiculous this shit is gonna get, bro. I gotta see, man. Oh, there's that running dude. I see him. I don't think I'll be able to catch up with him now, man. Fuck it, we homeschooling. So okay, let's say you're homeschooling your daughter. Look, she or your son so they can't leave the house. Like, you don't want your kid to be socially retarded or socially awkward. Now remember, Tyrone, we were just talking about influence. We were just talking about being a good role model for your kids. We don't want your kids to be just introverted hickey gamer nerds. So they got to go outside. You want them to, they got to develop social skills. Yeah, I just feel like there really is no perfect solution to that. You know, that's why I wouldn't worry that much about it. I would just do my best, you know, to just try to steer them in the right direction. But, you know, as kids gotta at some point you gotta sell your children have to make decisions for themselves at some point. You know. I know that like for sure I'm far from like the perfect son. But I think my mom got really lucky with me in certain ways. Because to have a son that is able to like discern the trappings of reckless sexual behaviors and avoid it the way that I have. And because my mom didn't really teach me that. Like I developed that myself. I think like my mom got really lucky there, man. Because a lot of people don't get that. So y'all not gonna let me in? What if I teleport? If I teleport my way there, then I won't be able to get back because I won't be led back by the pole. Right? I'm assuming that's the idea there. Let's just see how it works. At least make sure we can even get there. But yeah, I feel like my mom she don't realize how lucky she got with that because I could have been out here slanging dingling, bro. 8 down, 8 right. No, A down, A right down, A. Okay. I could have been out here slanging dick and balls. But see, I think that's why, like, raising your kids, like, part of it, you got to get them to understand why they should and shouldn't do certain things. You know, it can't just be, don't do this, don't do that. Like, you got to get them to internalize those values and to understand why they shouldn't. And I think that's why I didn't do certain things. That's why I didn't get into drinking and heavy drug use. That's why I didn't get into, reckless sexual behaviors, things like that. Because I developed an understanding of why I shouldn't do those things. You know, if you can get your kids there, that's very good. Get them to understand why. Because, like I said, you're not going to always be there. So you always gotta think, what are your kids gonna be doing when you're not around? You know, when your kid is at the house party with their peers, are they gonna turn down that Xanax bar? You know, do people still do Xanax now? Is Xanax still cool? What the hell is he looking at? Oh shit. The hell was that about? Yeah, are they gonna turn down that Xanax bar? That lean, that weed, whatever the case may be? Or are they gonna succumb to peer pressure and just do whatever their friends are doing? Is this like a... Yep. That's why I just always felt like my mom got really lucky with me in certain ways, you know. Not with the whole being a neat for over a decade way, but at least how I've been able to stay out of trouble, not getting arrested, not making babies I can't afford to take care of, getting into drugs and shit like that, you know. Cause my sister is the exact opposite. Like she did everything wrong. She did it all wrong. That's why, man. I know most parents don't like. They wouldn't want to hear this, but sometimes you lucky to have like an incel type type son, a weird gamer nerd type son. Because at the very least, we stay out of trouble. The hell is this? You got Naru's love. Cast this to create a powerful protective barrier. It's defensive magic you can use with C. What, dude? That model for that fairy look weird from this angle. When battle has made you weary, please come back to see me. Oh, I'll be back, bitch. Oh man, it's wild how some ethnic enclaves forced themselves into white countries who had nothing to do with colonialism or were negatively impacted by colonial powers like their homeland. You know, one thing that that I see people say, they say like, oh, you know, the mass immigration is like revenge for colonialism, but really the truth is, those people that have been allowed to mass immigrate, they're really just a sort of weaponized force against the native population. Yeah, like that's the funny thing about that. And then on top of that, it's like it's not really revenge because if you think about it, colonialism is ultimately the result of the leaders of the said country directing their people towards those aims. You know, they're the ones that say, okay, we're gonna get people and put them on a boat and sail to other countries and go to war with them or take over their land or trick them out of their land. By hook or by crook, you know, we're gonna take their shit. Like, it's not like it's the everyday people that wanted to engage in colonialism. It's the heads of state. It's the kings and the parliament and the government that directed colonialism. The people were just the pawns of it. And to this day, it's the same thing. It's just that now, instead of the same sort of colonialism, they bring these people in as cheap labor and as a means to divide the native population that they would feel threatened by. Damn, she look good. She's got a big ass nose. Oh man, what's up? Let's be honest here. I don't know anyone like that. So what I gotta say? What do you want? To see the temple? Damn. How can I convince this bitch? Nothing really. What? Nothing? Oh, now. That's the answer. I hate Ganondorf. Uh-huh. I'm Nabaru of the Gerudo. I'm a lone wolf thief. But don't get me wrong, though we're both thieves, I'm completely different from Ganondorf. With his followers, he stole from women and children, and he even killed people. A kid like you may not know this, but the Gerudo race consists only of women. Only one man is born every 100 years. Even though our laws say that lone male Gerudo must become king of the Gerudo, I'll never bow to such an evil man. By the way, what is your name, kid? Marco. Oh, yeah. What kind of name is that? When you go through this tiny hole and get the treasure that's inside. Hmm. The treasure is the silver gauntlets. If you equip them, you can easily push and pull very heavy things. The silver gauntlets won't fit a little kid like you if you try to equip them. I want you to be a good boy and give them to me. Ganondorf and his minions are using the spirit temple as a hideout. Oh, damn. If you can successfully get the silver gauntlets, I'll do something great for you. What would that be? Yo, damn, she flat though, bro. God, she flat as a board. She not flat up front. She kind of bad though. Like she like it's the she got that weird big nose for sure, and that hairline could be better. But she a baddie. She definitely a baddie, man. Oh man. Republicans were pissed about that Super Bowl halftime show. What for what? Now Zan's art is popping. Don't leave no drugs around me. Yes, I remember Zans were really popular for a while, and then like I think Lil Peep died, and this is when XXXTentacion was still alive, and then he was encouraging people to stop doing Xanax and to stop popping pills. I'm not sure if that really had an effect on things, but I do remember that. I remember that he was trying to put that message out there for people to pretty much stop fucking around with them drugs. Was it effective? I don't know. Anybody listen? I was never into it anyway. I did have one friend that tried to get me to try Xanax or Percocet one time, and I was like, nope. Huh. So how long does this last? Well, I still got hit. Oh, wait. It didn't do any damage. Oh, shit. Oh, that's nice. So you can get hit, but you don't take the actual damage of getting hit. All right, shit. I'll take it. When do I get the arrow powers, though? I still haven't gotten those. And the mirror shield. And the last... I think I get that last magic power from the Gerudo trials. But I can't complete that until I get the gauntlets. Unfortunately. Where can I use this last bean at? And can I buy another bean? Does he got any more beans? I'm going to go to the bean guy real quick. Because I'm not about to do this damn dungeon. I'm too tired for that. Left, right, right, A. No, left, right, right, A. Left, right, down. Okay, we got it. Because the music artist during the halftime show only sang in Spanish, Republicans got pissed and said, "This is America, English only." Was it Bad Bunny? Is that who you're talking about? He's a Hispanic artist? I didn't even know that. I thought he was a white guy. Or maybe he's multilingual. And this spell lasts a long time, too. Oh! Did not mean to do that. Yeah, Bad Bunny. Okay. I didn't know he was a Hispanic artist, though. I thought he was American. I thought he was American. This graveyard looks so cool at night, bro. This shit look really good. It's kind of comfy in a dark way. Yeah, I didn't watch it. Not really a fan of Bad Bunny. Not a hater, but just not really interested. So I was like, I had no idea that was the controversy. I didn't hear anything about that. People are disgusting. My own father and mother are disgusting. You must be disgusting too. This guy. He'll be alright. Just need some SSRIs. It'll be cool. Yeah, I didn't know. Perks and Zans are like painkillers. My mom's had them prescribed for pain relief. Yeah, I hear they make you null and void. Yeah, I got offered to do pills from a friend of mine, but I respectfully declined. I said, no, thank you. And I'm glad I did. Drug that incel up. I feel like drugs and like autistic guys is a bad combination. Let me see if I can get any more beans out of this guy. Do you want magic beans? They aren't cheap, but do you still want them? I can't let them go for less than 90 rupees a piece. Okay. We have magic beans. Do you want them? 100 rupees for one piece. Yeah, let's go broke. How many more does he have? Too bad, we're sold out. What? Oh, these beans are not for sale. So there are only 3 more places where I can plant the beans. I'm not exactly sure where, but it's somewhere. He did create a song talking about unity across all countries in America, from South America to now. Oh, okay. That's cool. But that's weird to have an artist that's, I ain't gonna lie, bro. Like yeah, man. That's, I swear, man, white America has to endure like so many humiliation rituals. I feel like that is definitely like a white America humiliation ritual right there. I mean, if you think about it, American football in of itself, you can almost make the argument that even though it's a sport where other races also play, like Hispanics and blacks, a lot of blacks, it's a sport that was really born in a majority white country, America. Like it's America. It's like an American pastime sport. It's not like soccer and other sports that, weren't necessarily born here. And even as far as like popularity, American football, hand egg, is not as popular anywhere else than it is here. Like, you can almost say it's the quintessential American sport. The sport of the red, white, and blue, the home of the brave. And then you have the halftime show where the artist is only doing only doing music in Spanish. I feel like they knew exactly what they were doing with that, bruh. I could be wrong, but that to me that sounds like a classic, a classic woke clown world humiliation ritual for white America. I feel like since Trump, white people have had it good because they've dialed a lot of that stuff back. But it's like they say, you know what? Let's throw them off. Let's get them again. Let's remind them who's boss. Thank you for saving my kids. What, me? Oh, that's okay. You have already destroyed 58 spiders of the curse so far. That's fine. Don't worry about me. You know damn well you don't want to be a spider for the rest of your life. But I did get all your kids, though. But are y'all just going to sit in here forever? This house kind of sucks. Who is it that tells the story of these people, though? Because I think the story was that they were rich, but they pissed somebody off and they got cursed in the process. Well, that was the stream for tonight. We did the Shadow Temple. Next, we're gonna do the spiritual temple in the desert. That should be fun. I don't know what happens after that though. It might be straight to Ganondorf, but I'm not sure because we haven't even gotten like these magical arrows yet. I forgot, but you look at this. This is the quest status. There ain't much that. Yeah, that's the last thing right there. The last important thing, the spiritual medallion. We got all the songs. We got the Pokemon, the Pokemon gems. Got a lot of these. Gerudo card. Yes, I just don't remember. But whatever the case may be, it's gonna be fun. Hope you guys enjoyed that.